محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. يروي الامام البخاري في صحيحه عن أبي هريرة رضي الله عنه قال: قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم: إن العبد ليتكلم بكلمة من رضوان الله تعالى يرفعه الله بها درجات، وإن العبد ليتكلم بكلمة من سخط الله تعالى يهوي بها في نار جهنم. Today's hadith is found in the collection of Sahih Bukhari and is narrated to us by Abi Hurayra radiallahu anhu, where the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he says that a man speaks a word that pleases Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala without considering it, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for this reason will raise him ranks in Jannah. And another man speaks a word that angers Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala without considering it, and for this reason he will sink down into the hellfire. My brothers and sisters, our tongues are the strongest tool that we own. The tongue, there's so much harm that can be done from the tongue, that comes from the tongue. You can use your tongue for the remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to elevate yourself, but you can also use it to bring down others and yourself. Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiallahu anhu, he would hold his tongue and he would say, "This tongue is what destroyed me." And if Abu Bakr as-Siddiq is saying this about himself, then we should be very, very careful of what comes out of our mouth. The Prophet ﷺ in the hadith, he says that a man speaks a word min sakhatillah, something that angers Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. La yulqi laha bal, doesn't even consider it, doesn't consider it to be a sin, doesn't even think about it. He says it maybe it's something that he said, an email that he wrote, a statement that he published, something. He doesn't consider it to be a sin, but for this reason he will enter into the hellfire, because it is something that angered Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And these types of speech, the bad words referred to in this hadith, include things like lying, gossip, backbiting, rumors, things like that, swearing. And another man speaks a word that pleases Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Again, la yulqi laha bal, doesn't even consider it to be a good deed, doesn't even consider it to be anything. Maybe he smiled at somebody, or he said a compliment, or he said something nice to somebody. He said it and he forgot about it. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will raise his ranks in Jannah because of it. And what we can learn from this hadith is the benefits of a good word and the consequence of a bad one. The benefits are, you don't know what somebody else is going through. You have a friend, you have a family member, maybe a colleague at work. You say a small word of encouragement or a small compliment, it can go a long way. But the opposite is also true. You never know, you might say something as a joke, something harsh, but the person takes it deeply, something, they might have a bad time in their life or something, and it can really affect them. But the main point of this hadith is your words affect other people, but it affects you and your hereafter much more. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He's going to hold us accountable for every single word that you say on the Day of Judgment. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He says in the Quran, يَوْمَ تَشْهَدُ عَلَيْهِمْ أَلْسِنَتُهُمْ وَأَيْدِيهِمْ وَأَرْجُلُهُمْ بِمَا كَانُوا يَعْمَلُونَ. That on the day that their hands, their tongues, their hands, their feet will testify against them based on what they used to do. So I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us among those that watch and guard their tongues, and to make our tongues witnesses for us, not witnesses against us on the Day of Judgment. قُلُوا آمين. I hope that was a benefit. يروي الامام البخاري في صحيحه عن أبي هريرة رضي الله عنه قال: قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم: إن العبد ليتكلم بكلمة من رضوان الله تعالى ما يلقي لها بال فيرفعه الله بها درجات، وإن العبد ليتكلم بكلمة من سخط الله سبحانه وتعالى لا يلقي لها بال فيهوي بها في جهنم. صدق رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. Inshallah, a couple minutes for sunnah, and then we have a seerah halaqah with Shaykh.